Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Hey everyone, checking in on Bitcoin here. We're also going to look at THUSD, and I've never heard this word said. Ethereum, no idea how to pronounce it, but if you guys are interested in this video, I personally have no idea where to share this so that people interested in this cryptocurrency will find it. So by all means, please share this, and if people want to see more technical analysis on it, I will continue to do it with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin had a clear pullback, and as soon as we broke the low of this all-time high and dump day, that was down at 975. As soon as that level broke, that shifts the mindset. So that's lower highs and lower lows. So as soon as 975 broke, we anticipated a lower high. There's our lower low. And then I think the last video I said was last weekend, and I said in order for the bulls to change this trend, and it was actually longer than that, but in order for the bulls to change this trend, we have to form a higher low and then break a higher high. So we saw our bounce from 891, and here we are forming a higher low. And when this consolidation started going on, this is very bullish consolidation. You see the lower wicks with bulls buying the dip. It's very contained, and it's a bull flag pattern. It's a nice, healthy consolidation after a decent move to the upside, and it indicates continuation is likely. So we see the bulls show back up, get continuation, and now we're seeing higher lows and higher highs. So that shifts the trend and momentum. So the high on the original bounce was 1068. We consolidated, we formed our higher low at 1008. And then as soon as we broke 1068, we reversed the lower high pattern and started forming higher lows and higher highs. So here's another bull flag, healthy consolidation, bulls buying the lower wicks, buying the dips, and there's continuation. So we've got 1200 psychological resistance right now. We rejected from 1201.37 and 1202, and now we're seeing consolidation, but you can see how nice and normal and contained it is at this point. We're not seeing any red flags for the bulls. It would require a break of 1111, this new higher low, in order for the higher low pattern to be lost. So 1200 resistance, 1111 support is the range to be watching in the short term. The bulls have momentum. Look at the weekly time frame. We had that nice bullish reversal candlestick confirmation. Granted, there's a lot of bear volume on this pullback, and the bulls are trying to recover. Just looking at this weekly chart, I would not expect the bulls to make it back towards all-time highs. I would expect a lower high to form. So I will be looking for a top in Bitcoin, a temporary top, to form here in the near-term future, and we will look for an equilibrium pattern to form where we have our high, the all-time high, our low of consolidation, a lower high on the bounce attempt, and then we'll look to pull back and form a higher low compared to the 891 low, and we'll look for this weekly chart to reach an equilibrium pattern as it tightens down after all of that volatility. So bulls in control on the daily, cautious of a temporary top being set in the somewhat near-term future, and a break of the higher low pattern on the daily time frame will likely indicate that that lower high on the weekly time frame is in play. So here we are at ETHUSD, and we've been hitting all-time highs with an extremely strong move to the upside, and here we were reaching an equilibrium pattern. After the all-time high, we consolidated and hit a low of 46.55. There's our lower high, higher low, 46.82. As soon as we broke 46.82, that is your break of the equilibrium tightening pattern, and the bears take over. And now we're seeing another lower high was set here at 44.19, and the bulls need to hold 41.05. So that's our current low of consolidation. Bulls are trying to build a base of support somewhere, and if we break 41.05, I'm looking down at this consolidation candlestick, and that was down at 38.51. So we're certainly consolidating, and in order for bulls to turn this around, we have to break the lower high pattern. So as of right now, the bulls need to break 47.53, the high of this little two-day bounce attempt where we topped out. So there's our range set right there. Support is 41.05, resistance is 47.53. And we should see a clear break of that sometime in the next few days. On these consolidation patterns, decreasing volume is normal and a part of that process. And you can see when we did get that bearish break, it was accompanied by a spike in volume, and that was an indication that the tightening pattern had broken to the downside. So here we are forming another tightening pattern. Here's our low, high of the bounce, little incremental higher low. We'll see which direction we break sometime next week. And the bulls certainly have a lot of momentum with those all-time highs coming. And we look at the weekly time frame, and we are seeing normal, healthy consolidation, no red flags. Look at the volume. Bulls are loving that volume. Big bull volume on the way up, decreasing bear volume on the way down, and just looking to establish a new higher low after a big-time bull breakout. Normal, healthy consolidation, certainly to be expected. So bulls still in control of ETH. Bulls trying to recover on BTC, Bitcoin here, but expecting, again, a lower high to form in the near-term future. I appreciate you watching. Keep an eye on that Bitcoin weekly chart, and we will check back in shortly.